Hey guys, so in today's video I just wanted to go through something related to my Google Helpful Content Update videos. I want to walk through exactly how I would fix content that has been negatively impacted by Google's latest Helpful Content Update. So just to recap, or if you guys are in a hurry, don't want to watch the video, you need to audit all your content. You need to determine why it's not deemed as helpful. You need the website to seem, you want to have those EEAT principles, right? Expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness, and what's the other E? EEAT. Experience, right? So the site, and that's it. That's the basics of it. The site in question, I've talked about it a lot on this channel, is this is New Brunswick site. Now, in another video I went through and I just found the pages that have been, this is from October 31st, but these are the pages that have just been absolutely destroyed by the Helpful Content Update based on impressions. I think this is a really good starting point to where to improve content from. Now you could start from the top. My theory is that those are the pages where you're not going to have the quickest wins right away, but just for the purpose of this video, I'll start from the top. And even with the site alone, right? So in the last video I mentioned you want to have those EAT principles. So really the first thing you want to do on any site, if you don't have those, is just to see where it's missing from, right? So for the about, my about page is it's bad, right? It's a really bad about page. So what I would do in this case from an EEAT standpoint is, I'm gonna have to actually deactivate the plugin, I think. Let's just go back and do it with, let's fix this with, let me move that. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but let me just turn off the classic editor. That's it. So basically, what you want to do for EEAT is at least to make sure that you have a quality about page, right? It needs to seem like it's a legit website, that you're a legit person, which you might be for a lot of these sites. Mine doesn't, right? My photos aren't on here. There's just really nothing on here about me. So basically how I would start, at least from the EEAT side of things, is just to fix the about page. So I'm going to do as simple as about Alexander, the writer here at This is New Brunswick, right? And what I'm going to do here turns into a heading. I'm going to add my image. Image, I don't know if I have an image of me on here. Nope. Do we? No. So I'm just gonna grab an image of myself from here. Drag that into here. Boom. Right, now you have the image. Now you want to center this. There's me, right? So the handsome me, younger me. And now you are going to want to write a bit about, what's the one for paragraph? I think you can just write. Yeah. Is there text? No. What's this one? Just paragraph, right? So you paste that in there. There we go. So about Alex. So now you can use ChatGPT for this, right? You can go to ChatGPT and you can just say, can you write me a paragraph about Alexander? He's a writer for This is New Brunswick, passionate traveler, and has explored all of New Brunswick, mentioned cities he's been to, and some reasons he loved it. Also mentioned some reasons why he started this site. Now we'll let ChatGPT cook it up, all right? And so already you can see just from the the content here, this already is starting to give a little bit of some expertise, some authority that we want on the website, right? Why is that not pasting? Oh, that's why. So if you don't have an about page, if your about page isn't good, that needs to be the first place you need to start, right? Boom, boom. So you can follow along with Alexander's travels on his Instagram account here. Now, I like to add the Instagram account because, again, it's an outbound link to Instagram. It is, I mean, I do have an Instagram that is quite that does have a lot of travel content. So on his Instagram account here, there we go. Again, that's just going to add a tiny little bit of authority, of expertise, of trustworthiness, because now it's a real person. And yeah, no, that's it. That's all I'll do for now from the about page standpoint. Is it done? Yeah. So the about page is done. Okay. Now we want to go back and use and work from here. Work from this content based on the spreadsheet, based on the differences of impressions over the last 28 days versus previous 28 days. So the page that was hit the worst was the pros and cons of living in New Brunswick. Let me just search this to see where we're at. If I think we lost, what I think happened in a lot of these is that we lost the featured snippet, because right now we're there, which is, it's still a fantastic position. For whatever reason, this site, which I've seen for sale recently and is another just fully ChatGPT website, is outranking mine, and it's not very good. Let's just check out this site on SEMrush to see if they got slapped by the helpful content update. Oh no, they were already getting hit well before. What was the update here? No. All right, it's not gonna. I don't know what update that was, but you can see that they also did in August and September get smacked by the helpful content update, and they've also bottomed out their traffic, which is weird because for that specific search, pros and cons of living in New Brunswick. I mean, what is the real competition, right? Quora, again, that's what I've seen a lot of. Bullshit, right? Yeah. So really, from a content perspective, this is actually not a post I'd really change. Here's what we can do. Is Moncton colder than Toronto? Now, without actually Googling this, I will just make an effort to improve this. So right away, I can just tell from the quality, this post alone, that it's just a really terrible post, right? I don't even answer there's not even a heading of is Moncton colder than Toronto. And I think I checked this yesterday, and I think I am ranking quite well. And people are probably looking this up more in the winter. Okay, so I'm ranking first, and I'm actually outranking my New Canadian Life. And then we have, okay, so basically what we want to do here is edit the post, which is going to be in the old one. Yeah, so this is fine. Yes, Moncton is cold in Toronto. So what are winters like in Toronto? Like this content sucks, right? So what I would do for this is go to ChatGPT and say, answer this in paragraph form. What are winters like in Moncton? And what you can actually also do is go to Bing, go to their chat, Bing AI, and say, write a blog post that answers the question, is Moncton colder than Toronto? Now, what I like Bing is because it will include links in the content, outbound links, so you can save yourself the research of doing that. And the content is a little bit different. Is using ChatGPT-4 as well as their own search engine. So while this cooks, basically what you need to do, look at that, it's linking to New Canadian Life. Basically what you need to do for every post is audit every single post on the site that has lost, and it linked to my own post as well. Is audit every site on the audit every page on the website, every post on the website that has lost traffic, and update it, right? From an actual user perspective, this sucks. I mean, I do have the chart. There's no title, right? It's just a really bad post. So what did ChatGPT come up with, right? So we'll just take all this, right? We'll go back to the post here. What was the question? What are winters like in Toronto? So is Moncton colder than Toronto? Yes. On this site here, which is linking to WeatherSpark, Toronto versus Moncton weather. So what we'll do here is add a title. Is Moncton colder than Toronto? Boom. Bold. Paste that content in there. I don't want these links. And this is, one of these is mine, oddly enough. Okay. So now we have a little bit better of a of content, right? So it's already improved. Let me just bold this so that they can see right away. Is Moncton colder than Toronto? Toronto versus Moncton weather. This is a bit long, I think, right? So again, you can just go take this, go to ChatGPT, and say, can you make this more concise? It's also quite long, but make it just 3 sentences. Now this is probably too short, but this is what you need to do. Like it's saying, a lot of the stuff it's saying in here is just brutal. Now this is because of the plugin setup. So you just paste that in. Mountain experiences around morning, Moncton's prolonged winter can pose health risks. There we go. What are winters like in Moncton? All right, this is probably pretty bad. Again, that was a really bad section. So again, you just go, can you write a short paragraph answering this question? All right. Oops. All right. So this post's already looking better, right? We've got a lot more information here. What are winters like in Moncton? Toronto versus Moncton weather. We've got a nice big section here about what do we just do? We have a nice big section there about where's the add media section? I'll do that. I'll have to go back. Anyways, we have a nice big section there about is Moncton colder than Toronto. Now, what I would also do is, can you provide me with a list of statistics for winter in Moncton? And see what ChatGPT comes up with. Look at this. This is perfect. So now you can go back to the post. You can say things to keep in mind if you're planning on spending the winter in Moncton. Boom, changes to H2, all right? Then we go down, we paste this information in here, which is not exactly how we want it, but we can make it a little, all right, of course it's not gonna work, right? Boom. And one more thing you can do, which is a really neat trick from Bing AI, is you can take all of this text, right? You can take all this text. You can go back to Bing Chat. You can say, can you provide me some useful outbound links to add to this content? And you paste that in. No. Some useful outbound links for a blog post about winters in Moncton. Now what Bing should do is give me some ideas. It's probably just going to give me more of my own, yeah, it hasn't really added any links yet. I wonder if it's going to do it afterwards. No, that was not a, yeah, that was not a good idea. So what you can do is Moncton winter statistics and just see, right? Temperature, monthly data, right? Climate of Moncton, right? And what I would then do with this is go back to the post and say, for more information about winters in Moncton versus Toronto, you can visit these, you can visit some helpful resources, including the Moncton monthly temperature chart, boom, as well as an overview of the climate in Moncton. And then you just take the Wikipedia one, you add this to your post. Boom. Now, your Moncton winter questions answered. This is the last thing you can do is Google. So of course you want to be ranking those featured snippets. You can see here, Google does have these, and you can just take this, right? You go to ChatGPT and you say, can you answer the following questions with 2 to 3 sentences each? Boom. Now, you go back, right? You paste in the questions, right? Boom, boom. Paragraph 3, right? Bold. Paragraph 3, bold, bold. That might, yeah. All right. Then you go back, ChatGPT, take the answers to your questions, right? You paste that in. And again, this has now just become a page, like it was a really poorly formatted page. And now there's actually a lot more value to the user, despite it being mostly ChatGPT or all ChatGPT content. That doesn't necessarily make it low quality. And now somebody visiting this site or this page that wants to know as much as possible about spending the winter in Moncton versus Toronto is going to have a lot more information here at hand. We have the that's good, much better, update. So a bit of a longer video here to show you guys how I would improve this, page by page. And for the purpose of this, I guess you would call it case study, I will start to actually track all of this. So Moncton. That way, when I revisit it in like a month or two, we can see if there has been any change. So updated November 1. So what you want to do now is you're going to want to go and resubmit this post to Google, right? To Search Console. So let me just open up Search Console here. This is New Brunswick. Search Console. Yeah, what you want to do now is just resubmit this post to Search Console so that Google does see that it has been updated. And the more you do this, the more likely Google is to visit your sites more regularly, especially as you work through and start updating all of this content, right? They are going to see that you are making changes, and it is going to give an overall boost to the site rather than just page by page over time, assuming you do more than 1 or 2 at a time. And yeah, that's how I'm going to start. That's how I'm going to work through the site, updating all these posts. I know it's a bit of a longer video, but I just wanted to show a step-by-step tutorial basically on how I plan to update the content. Yeah, I'll update you guys in about a month or so, depending on how much of the content I get through. As always, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, but we'll see you in the next video.